Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Ahmad Amzad Hashim, Deputy Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, representing the Minister, Yang Berhormat Dato Adham Baba, who conveys his apologies that he has to be in Sabah today. We are very delighted to have the Deputy Minister with us this afternoon to share with us the strategies, the plans, initiatives of MOSTI, the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, on how Malaysia can transform ourselves by taking a leapfrog forward towards science, technology, and innovation. The transformation, I believe, is very essential to enable us to move forward and to become a forward future country, being future ready for science, technology, and innovation. So without any further ado, may I invite the Honourable Deputy Minister to deliver today's luncheon address on behalf of the Minister. Yang Berhormat Dato.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Tan Sri Michael Yeo, President, KSR Strategy Institute for Asia Pacific. Honorable Datuk Sri Muhammad Iqbal Rauter, Chairman, Economic Club of Kuala Lumpur, Excellencies, speakers, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and good afternoon. I would like to thank KSR Strategy Institute for Asia Pacific and the co-organizers for the honor of delivering the luncheon address at this Asia Economic and Entrepreneurship Summit 2022. The theme of this summit is the Great Reset, Asia Megatrends and Opportunities Post-COVID. This is a bold yet important discourse for us to engage to discuss challenges and opportunities in the region. I have been informed that the summit has successfully brought an array of corporations, international organizations, civil society organizations, and ambassadors. I have been asked to speak on the topic of technology and innovation as new drivers of economic growth. This is a timely and relevant topic for us, especially for the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to set the context of this topic. In the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, Malaysia has turned the corner. Our economy has reopened, with social and business activities continuing. However, we must be clear-eyed because there are many challenges on the horizon. We are grappling with the food insecurity, climate change, and pandemic COVID-19 and beyond. We have seen how the global supply chain has been disrupted by geopolitics, conflict in Ukraine, and prolonged lockdowns in China. Notwithstanding the challenges, Malaysia is clearly on the path of national recovery. I can safely say that our economy is heading towards the right direction. We exceeded expectations by recording a solid 5% in our growth domestic product or GDP growth in first quarter of this year. Inflation is under control at 2.2% as we increase subsidies for petrol, some food items, and essential items. I am optimistic of Malaysia's growth prospects for 2022 and beyond. Bank Negara Malaysia, in its most recent forecast, has projected the economy to grow between 5.3% and 6.3% this year. Unemployment rate has significantly declined from a peak of 5.3% in May 2020 to 4.1% last month. Our economic fundamentals are sound. These figures bode well for Malaysia as we emerge from the pandemic stronger and more resilient. Asia plays an important role for Malaysia as a trading nation. As one of the world's top 30 of biggest importers and exporters of goods and services, most of our biggest trading partners are in the region. According to the World Bank's latest data, Malaysia's top 5 biggest trading partners are China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, with the only exception being the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, Asia, specifically ASEAN, is the fastest growing internet market in the world. According to the latest e-Economy Southeast Asia report by Google, Temasek and Bain & Company, the digital economy is projected to reach $1 trillion in gross merchandise value, or GMV, by 2030. What is fascinating is the fact 80% of the 450 million internet users in ASEAN are digital consumers, defined as having purchased at least one digital service. That is a massive market. The pandemic has accelerated the adoption of digitalization in ASEAN. Over the past 2 years alone, over 60 million new users have come online, bringing the internet penetration to 75%. The trend is here to stay, with 9 in 10 consumers who tried a new digital service in 2020 continued to use the service last year. In Malaysia, the digital economy is projected to reach $35 billion in GMV by 2025. In fact, Malaysia leads Southeast Asia in digital consumption. 88%, or 22 million, are digital consumers, and that number is only growing. The question is, why is this important? In Malaysia, the digital economy is expected to contribute 22.6% of our GDP and create about 500,000 jobs by year 2025. There are emerging industries that will be new drivers of economic growth, such as fintech, edtech, and health tech. Therefore, Malaysia has placed priorities on expanding the adoption of digital consumer tools, such as e-commerce and digital payments. In addition, we are also attracting, training, and retaining digital talents. Furthermore, Malaysia is providing fast fiber optics and mobile broadband internet access, as well as coordinating innovation between universities, businesses, and digital authorities to foster digital entrepreneurship. This is a big opportunity for businesses and government alike. Therefore, businesses must capitalize on the digital boom. Governments must provide conducive regulatory environment and vibrant ecosystem for businesses. Without fully harnessing this opportunity, all of us will lose out. Ladies and gentlemen, the government of Malaysia is cognizant of the importance of the digital economy. In fully leveraging of its potential, Malaysia aims to become a high-tech nation by 2030. Malaysia has recently launched the Malaysia Digital Economy Blueprint, My Digital, to help guide the country's transformation into a digitally driven, high-income nation and a regional leader in the digital economy. In tandem with My Digital, MOSTI has embarked on an initiative to mainstream science, technology, and innovation, or STI, as the main driver of economic growth. This is necessary for Malaysia to remain globally competitive. The mainstreaming of STI leverages the power of digitalization based on emerging technologies. These technologies include 5G, 6G, sensors, 4D and 5D printing, advanced intelligence systems, blockchain, bioscience, and neurotechnology. It is important to understand that the technology is not an end to itself, rather as a means to an end. We will be using these technologies to promote economic growth in various sectors and industries such as energy, healthcare, smart cities, agriculture, education, and so on. You might be thinking all of this sounds abstract and high level. Allow me to provide two examples. First is the MOSTI on-campus 5G Experience Center, namely Malaysian Research Accelerator for Technology and Innovation, Meranti. Meranti is in the midst of developing the first artificial AI park in Malaysia. A designated 300 acres plot, which will serve as the platform for the development of AI solutions. There is also a drone tech center of excellence named Area 57, a 5-acre dedicated land bank for flying, testing, research, and development activities. The second example is Malaysia's 5G and AI Innovation Hub. Through the partnership of MIMOS, Maxis, and Huawei Malaysia, this hub is a facility equipped with 5G networks infrastructure and AI instruments to accelerate the creation of industrial use cases enabled by 5G, AI, and other advanced technologies in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that sustainability is very important in light of extreme climate and unpredictable weather patterns. The My Digital Blueprint will further strengthen and elevate the sustainable development in the digital economy by providing a collaborative platform and market demand for digital solutions. These solutions are to be developed and deployed by local digital technology startups and small and medium enterprises, both in the form of devices and systems. It will place Malaysia on the trajectory to become a high-tech producer nation. Let me provide an example. During the COVID-19 outbreak, MOSTI introduced public health vaccination infrastructure that can be deployed during emergency pandemic situations. The Vaccine Management System, VMS, is a system to enable the pharmacists, medical and relevant officers to track and trace the vaccine supply chain from the manufacturers until the patients. VMS was developed by MOSTI via its agency MIMOS using blockchain technology. Malaysia sees sustainable development goals in a bigger picture to support planetary health, which has become more important than ever before. MOSTI will lead the formulation of a national action plan on planetary health using science, technology, and innovation to protect and manage the environment. Malaysia, through MOSTI, is always open to forging strategic partnership with the global institutions in the area of digitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that the world has changed and rapidly changing. Change is the only constant. All segments of society must adapt or perish. It can be a sobering thought. However, I would see it as meeting a challenge as we navigate our way through 21st century. Once again, thank you to the KSI Strategic Institute for Asia Pacific and co-organizers for inviting me to deliver the address. I wish all of you a fruitful summit. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.